Hello, and welcome to another week of health tips brought to you by me, Renee, a nutritionist who is focused on helping you develop a positive relationship with food and yourself. It's all about ditching the BS diet culture that has got you to a point where you feel guilt and shame around food and the amount of exercise that you do. So I'm here to help you undo all of that and finally be at peace with yourself and the way that you eat, so that you can spend more time on focusing on your life and things that you enjoy. So welcome. So today's topic is all about exercise, because quite often we get taught in diet culture that exercise is only for the purpose of weight loss. Yet exercise has a whole host of health benefits, not only for your physical health, but for your mental health. But too often, diet culture teaches us that we should only exercise for weight loss. And that is kind of the way a lot of fitness and promotion is geared towards. So only going to the gym or only smashing yourself. And you've got to have this motivation and this willpower and this discipline. You've got to push through it. Even causing yourself injuries and working out when you're tired, fatigued, or feeling unwell. I mean, I'm sure some of you have heard of the whole just sweat it out when you start to feel like you're getting sick. I know that's something that I was taught very, very early on in the exercise world, that, you know, if you feel cold, you feel like you're getting unwell, just keep pushing through it. You can't miss a workout. You just can't. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is not helpful for your health, physically or mentally. So how do we change that? How do we start to exercise purely from a place of this feels good, this feels right, I enjoy this exercise, and it has no bearing on weight loss? Because remember, diet culture is teaching us that weight loss is the gold standard for health. And there has been numerous studies that are now showing that weight actually has no bearing on whether a person is healthy or not. So this is why we need to start gearing our health more towards that intrinsic, that internal feeling, rather than what we look like and what the scales say. Okay, so how do we do that? And I've got 3 tips for you today to start to help you to exercise in a way that takes you away from that weight loss only goal component with exercise. Okay, so let's dive straight in. So tip number 1 is I want you to find and think about some kind of movement or exercise that you enjoy. And I know you're probably going, well, that goes without saying. Of course, you want to enjoy it. But I want you to look at what you're currently doing and ask yourself this question. If you were to continue doing the exercise that you're currently doing right now, if you were to keep doing that and you did not lose a single kilo, you didn't lose any weight whatsoever, would you still want to continue doing that exercise? If the answer is no, then that's a pretty good indicator that you are only doing that exercise for weight loss, that it isn't actually something that you enjoy. So my suggestion for you is to find something else that lights you up, that is enjoyable, that makes you want to move your body in a way that is compatible with how you feel, is something that makes you want to get out of bed and do some kind of movement. Okay, so there's some ways that you can do that. Perhaps think about some sports that you used to play, or perhaps you've always wanted to be a part of or do. Is there a particular movement that you have done previously? So perhaps yoga or walking, that maybe you've gone, well, you know, that doesn't really work on the weight loss component and you just haven't bothered doing it. Maybe start doing some of those things. Maybe it's something that your friends or family have been doing that sounds like fun, but you've never really wanted to be a part of it because, you know, it's not in a gym or it's not part of some kind of workout structure. Really start to explore some things that are enjoyable to you, that involve movement that involve getting out of the house and getting some fresh air, getting in nature. There's so many different things that you can look at that are going to be so beneficial for your physical and mental health. Okay? Number 2 is I want you to have a look at you as a person, your personality. And what I mean by that is, are you someone that's an extrovert, that loves to be around people, that's very sociable? Or are you somebody that is a more introverted type person, that you're more solitary, that you enjoy your own company more? These can give you some really clear clues onto some activities. And what I mean by that is, if you are an extrovert, that you're someone that likes to be around a lot of people, find some kind of exercise or movement that helps you be in that part of community. So you could be part of some kind of fitness group, a walking group, a sporting group, a yoga group, whatever it happens to be, perhaps where you're around a lot of other people. Or maybe just inviting friends to come out for a walk with you, or to go running, or anything like that. So that can really add that extra enjoyable component to you. If you're somebody that is an introvert and prefers your own company, maybe going for a nice solo hike in nature is more your style. Maybe going for a solo run, maybe doing a solo yoga at home. Whatever it happens to be, try and match something more to your personality type that really aligns with who you are. And the third and final thing, and this is something that can really help you have that motivation, but without the weight loss motivation, and that is finding some kind of goal that is specific to you, that is a really that lights you up, that makes you excited to go and do this particular thing. So what I mean by that is, let's say you've never run 5 kilometers before, but you really like the idea of being able to say, hey, I've just run 5 kilometers. So maybe you could sign up to be part of a 5K event. Maybe you could set yourself a deadline in, say, 3 months. Maybe you could hire a coach. Maybe you could have a running partner, whatever it is, that you have some kind of goal that you're working towards. If it's not running, maybe it's, you know what, I would love to be able to bench press 60 kilos and do 5 reps of that. Never been able to do it. Let's give that a go. So you start working towards making yourself stronger, improving technique, and getting to a point where you've actually achieved it. Maybe it's being able to walk 10 kilometers with a pack on your back, going through the hills and mountains that are nearby to your house. Whatever that happens to be. So do you get the idea that starting to attach more of a physical goal that lights you up, that is tangible, that you can see, that you can work towards, that has absolutely nothing to do with weight loss? It's more about you achieving something that is going to make you feel really good about yourself, and it's aligned with something that you enjoy. So I'm not suggesting to go out and go, you know what, I'm going to go run a half marathon, but I really hate running. Like, I absolutely hate it. That's probably not the goal. Think of something that you've, doing those other steps that you enjoy, that you like, that you think you'd like to try. Maybe after you've done it for some period of time, think about, well, what's something I can work towards? Okay? So nothing related to weight loss. So starting to get you to think about ways that you can incorporate exercise that has a different goal attached to it. Okay, so they're the 3 tips. So just in summary, there is a way that you can exercise and not have it so held up and the only reason why you do it is for weight loss. And the way that you can do that is to find exercise that you enjoy. What is it that you really love to do or would love to do that involves some kind of movement of your body? Second of all, look at your personality trait. Are you somebody that loves to be surrounded by people, or do you prefer to be on your own? Start to incorporate some kind of exercise or movement that is aligned with that and your personality. And third of all, think of some kind of tangible goal that you can work towards that has nothing to do with weight loss. So getting stronger, getting faster, running a certain distance, walking a certain distance, doing X amount of yoga sessions per week, getting more flexible, whatever it happens to be, try and think of some kind of tangible goal that is going to make you really excited and proud of yourself that doesn't have anything to do with weight loss. Okay, so that is my tips for the week. If you have any questions, please send them through to my email. And of course, if you give any of these a go, I would love to hear how it goes for you. Have you been able to find some kind of exercise that you enjoy? What is it that you're going to give a go over the next couple of weeks? I would love to hear from you and hear how you go from rewiring your brain to exercise for weight loss and doing it more because you enjoy it. Good for your physical health and your mental health. Okay, until next week, I will see you then. Bye-bye.